Hi, everybody. So, I want to take this time before I start my next part of my story to polish up my disclaimer. I just want to make sure everybody's clear on the fact that, like, I'm not doing this to bash anybody or to down talk anybody. I'm just doing it because it feels good for me to share my experience and what I went through. And I'm learning that it's a healing process to talk about these things. And not only in therapy, but my sharing it, I'm learning through text messages and inboxes that my story and what I went through is also helping other people face their story and the things that they're going through, and they're recognizing signs and they're seeing that this ain't healthy. And not only is it not healthy, that they're not by themselves. I do want to say that during this process, I would never, ever identify this person who I'm talking about. I would never describe this person. I would never give you an identifiable traits. Nothing. Because like I said, it's not for them. It's for me. I went through a lot. I went through a lot through this ordeal. And being able to share this story and talk about it not only makes me, it makes me like... It's hard to face. It's hard to face, and especially saying it out loud, like the things that I'm not going to say allowed this person to do to me, but the things that I went through, it makes it real. Even though it was real at the time, but talking about it, it's therapeutic, and I'm realizing that. A lot of times when I get off of these videos, like the release that comes over me, that I said what I had to say, I shared my story, and I'm letting it go. I'm letting it go. Everything that I went through was real. Everything that I went through was real. All these experiences, the emotions, the crying, the money, the finances, everything that I went through was 100% real. Before I go into my part of the story that I want to talk about, I just want to say that, like, if you know somebody that is going through these, like, in a situation with a partner that they just don't seem to be able to navigate or can't get out of, or this partner is aggressive and you see these things, or even if you don't see them, because a lot of people didn't see my partner because he had a tendency of making everybody, feel good about, around him, and everybody thought this person was a great guy, but behind closed doors he was a totally different person. So sometimes people don't always show others, but the person who they're dealing with, like if somebody say, hey, this person is that, or this person is doing this to me, believe them. Believe them, especially if they seem to be struggling. And I had a lot of people who believed me at the time, but I also had a lot of people who didn't believe me because of his character and the way that he made himself look in front of other people. If you love somebody, believe what they say. Believe what they say and help them out as much as you possibly can, because I felt like I didn't have anybody and I didn't have any support system, and I did have the one friend that I would talk to, but like, it's crazy how people can manipulate everybody to think that they're such a good person, and the whole time, the whole spin of things, they're not. But with that being said, I want to jump into my story, and this one's going to be really short. I wanted to talk about, not only was this person making up crazy stuff, but this person also became very stalker-ish. Like, so there was a time where, like, once I started going out and I would, like, do a little detour every once in a while from work, or I might even go to lunch with some coworkers, because I have a tendency of making my own lunch and bringing my own lunch. So I don't really go out a lot for lunch. But when I did, this person always was able to tell me where I was at, who I was with. They could tell me a lot of details, and I couldn't understand why this person was doing that. And I'm like, either you were following me. I still to this day don't understand what he was doing. You were following me. How did you know where I was? So when I would get in the house, they would tell me, oh, you was at this person, and who was that you was with, and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't understand why. So I took my car to the police station, and I had my car swept because I'm thinking maybe he put a tracking devices or something on my car. The police didn't find anything. And I said something to him like, I don't understand how you always know where the fuck I am. And he was like, well, I don't have to put nothing on your car to know where you at, which made me think he must have put something on my phone. Either you put something on my phone, or you're spending your time, your days following behind me. To be honest, like I said, I don't know till this day how this person was able to do that. But I did find out later on, I want to say like 2 years ago, from one of ex of this person, after I divorced him and moved out, one of his girlfriends at the time, that she left him because she found out more stuff than I did, and I'm going to share that stuff later. The type of person that he was, and he started threatening and harassing her too. So she actually found things on his computer and on his phones, and she also informed me that not only was he stalking me before, but he's still stalking me now. He has pictures of me on his phone. She described to me that one day, and I'm just going by what this person told me. I don't know if this is true or not, but this person told me that, and the places that she named were spot on. She said, you had on, she described my whole outfit, she described my hair in the pictures, and she said that he has pictures of you, even this is after I moved out, after the divorce is final. This was 2 years ago. We shouldn't even be worried. You shouldn't even be checking for me. And she said he had pictures of you going into 3 different locations. 3. And it was true, because that night, me and my girlfriend, we went to one place, didn't like it, stayed, had one little drink, went to another place, had another drink, we had some appetizers or whatever, and then we went to a friend's party right after that. And she was able to tell me exactly everywhere I went based off of the information that she found on this person's computer. If that ain't crazy and stalkerish, I don't know what else to do. And like before, I used to be scared and everything, like, and I didn't understand like how he knew where I was, or I used to be scared of the fact that like he was going to do something crazy. But now I'm just thinking like, yo, you are fucking nuts, and I don't understand why you checking for me. Why are you checking for me? Just know I will always keep that thing on me. So I don't know what this person's end goal is, but they are always, and still to this day, and I believe till this day, I don't have any proof till this day, but as of 2 years ago, still checking for me. I don't know what it is that I can do up until now, because like I said, I don't have any proof of anything, but hopefully I will. Eventually, everything done in the dark will come to the light. And again, these flags and these red signs and people who seem to be possessive and aggressive and find it really hard to, they find it hard to let go. And sometimes something drastic for some of these people have to happen for them to understand, like, or like this, you don't own me. You don't own me. I'm done with you. Why are you still checking for me? Or people get mad because when they have such a tight grip on something, when they finally let it go or it finally gets away from them, they don't know how to act, and they start resorting to crazy off the wall shit. And it's crazy that I wouldn't say I'm still going through it, but I probably am and don't even know, because there was something that happened not even a couple months ago, like a month and a half ago, that I'm gonna talk about in my next video. But this person, I don't understand their thought process, and I never will, and I don't want to. But like I said, before you even get to the point where I'm at and you're dealing with somebody who has issues, when you see these little crazy signs and this person is aggressive out of nowhere, or this person is possessive and they're telling you what you can and can't do, and you see that they are stopping you from going places and spending time with certain people, let them motherfuckers go. Because nobody owns you and nobody can tell you what it is that you can and can't do. And a lot of times when you allow those things to happen, they just get worse and they just get worse and they just get worse. So keep your eyes open. All right. Until then, hopefully I'll probably have another video out for you tomorrow. Bye.